Penn State On Demand is a service of Penn State Public Broadcasting, and now you can support WPSU when you shop online. Visit WPSU.org/shop to make purchases from national online retailers, and WPSU will receive a portion of the sale with no extra cost to you. So start your online shopping at WPSU.org/shop.
The following program is a special presentation of the Big Ten Network, produced in association with Penn State University.
Penn State takes pride in its leading-edge education and research that takes place here every day. Its dedicated faculty and staff focus on one thing alone: the students. Over the next 30 minutes, we will feature some of the programs and facilities associated with the center of the University Park campus, the Hetzel Union Building, and Union and Student Activities, which is part of the Division of Student Affairs. That's all next on this special HUB edition of We Are the Millennials. Every generation has events that shape who they are.
The greatest generation defeated fascism in World War II.
The silent generation was defined by ambiguity and the forgotten war.
The baby boomers had Woodstock.
And Generation Xers had the introduction of personal technology.
But it is the millennials who could be the next great generation.
Join 15 Penn State students as they discover
what it means to be in this generation.
We are the Millennials.
Welcome to another episode of We Are the Millennials, brought to you from Penn State's HUB Robeson Center. We're on the first floor of the HUB right now, and there's always a ton of stuff going on, and everybody really uses the HUB for different things. What do you guys use the HUB for mostly?
To me, the HUB is the central place on campus. You ask all Penn State students, I think everyone knows what the HUB is. And the great thing is it's used for so many different things. I use it as kind of like a meeting place. If I'm in between classes, I want to see one of my roommates, or like have some lunch with them. We'll meet here, grab a paper. I usually hit the coffee shops, got a little espresso on my way to class to get me going.
For me, it's like the ultimate multi-purpose building. I mean, just looking around, there's the Penn State computer store. You can buy like anything you want. As far as like, there's a bank, there's the cafeteria, there's sushi. There's like pretty much anything you want on campus you can find in one building.
Yeah, I know for me, the HUB is actually one of the reasons that I came to Penn State. I absolutely love the fish tank, and I usually come here to study upstairs or to meet with groups for Thon, or really to go to Chick-fil-A, because that's absolutely my favorite place to eat.
You know, I've been in Penn State all 4 years of college, and the HUB is so big that I don't even know what everything that goes on here after 4 years. We met a kid named Alex, a line ambassador, that was nice enough to show us around so we could get a real sense of what was going on here.
Hey guys, my name's Alex Middleton. I'm a Lion Ambassador here at Penn State, and I just got finished hanging out at my favorite place on campus, the Hetzel Union Building. So why don't you come on in and take a look? All right, to your left is Alumni Hall. Now this is where we have several of our events throughout the year, whether it be student organizations, blood drives, career fairs. Most of this stuff is going to happen right here. In fact, today, you guys got lucky, and we have a concert that's going to benefit the relief efforts down in Haiti. So we can take a look at these guys, who are the ones that are actually raising money for the families in Haiti. How's it going, guys? Hey guys, At Penn State, your ID is pretty much your life. It opens your door, it gets you into the gym, and it pays for your food. Not gonna lie, losing it is very easy. And when that does happen, the guys in the ID Plus office are ready to give you a new one for a great price. All right, another thing we have here, which is great, is a giant screen TV. Find yourself in the HUB, and you want to catch up on the news or maybe a big sporting event, we've got it taken care of right behind me. Now, behind the TV is another important spot in the HUB. Because if you need to know where anything is, what's going on, and when it's going on, you just pop over to the information desk, where everyone here knows everything that's going on in the HUB and pretty much around campus. A pillar. All right. we have our own art gallery right here. So throughout the Hub, there's exhibits all the time. They're constantly rotating through between the Hub and our art museum here at Penn State. Now you've probably noticed that the Hub is a pretty big place and there's a lot of people moving around all the time. They like to say that in one day, over 18,000 students, faculty, and staff move through this building. It's pretty amazing if you think about it. Let's get some food. Hey, thank you so much. I just finished up lunch, and just to let you know, if sushi isn't your thing, we've got plenty of other options to make sure you don't go hungry. Well, behind me is the Penn State Bookstore, which is where you can get all the gear and books you need. Let's take a look. We're down here at the Penn State Bookstore, which is where you can get all of your books, your school supplies, and all the Penn State gear, and everything else you need when you're a student here at Penn State.
Every college has a legend, passed on from year to year, to which they pledge allegiance and always cherish dear.
Is that no matter where you go on campus, you're never too far from Penn State pride. One of the most unique things in the entire building, the Hub aquariums. They actually have real saltwater fish, and they're a great place to meet friends.
Jump shot, it's raining threes. That's another one. I know you know where this precipitation coming from. Now you looking sick.
All right, well, if there's not enough to do inside of the Hub, one of the coolest places to be is right outside. Let's take a look. Hey, how are you guys?
How you doing, man?
Great, good to see you guys. Coming over later?
Yep.
Awesome, I'll see ya. Hey. All right, what can I say? I have a lot of friends. Anyway, I'd love to hang out with you guys more, but I've got to catch up on my tan, so I'll see you later. Have a good one.
Women in Business was started by 7 girls back in 1997. It was developed basically to help women in the workforce. The Hub has been a great resource for women in business. We meet as an executive board every Monday at 6 p.m. We were provided an office, I guess, about 5 years ago, and we've really tried to utilize it every year. Women in Business has won 2 years in a row most outstanding organization at Penn State out of like all organizations, so it's pretty exciting.
We have anywhere between, at any given time, between 700 and 800 groups, and that's kind of standard when it comes to a Big Ten school, but every day I'm amazed by the new groups that form on a daily basis, how creative the students are in coming up with new groups and kind of new niches.
Hi, I'm a member of Lifeline.
I'm a member of the Accounting Society at Penn State.
I'm a member of Penn State Lion Ambassadors. I'm the president of the Asylum, a club that brings underground music to Penn State.
Hi, I'm a member of the Penn State Veterans Organization.
Hi, I'm a part of Penn State Lion Scouts, and I'm the high school visits chairperson.
I'm a Penn State thespian!
Yeah!
Penn State Thespians is probably one of the most interesting clubs on campus because I think it's one of the few clubs that you can really do all facets of one object, in this case theater. You can obviously, act, sing, and dance, but you can do a lot of the production behind the set, which is really cool. We market our own shows, we pick our own shows, we do activities as a club.
Penn State Thespians uses their office for a whole lot of different things. Everything from meetings, actual organizational responsibilities, to watching YouTube videos, doing homework, and in my case, sleeping.
We got people right now doing homework, working on shows. We have a lot of meetings in here, both committee, exec. We've had auditions in here for shows. We use the door as a cast list. It's pretty much any way we can use it, we'll use it.
Habitat for Humanity is a cause that tries to give standard living housing options to people that otherwise wouldn't be able to afford decent, affordable homes. And what it does is it basically offers housing as a hand up, not a hand out. So the idea is that it's not a charity organization, but a way of helping people help themselves and providing volunteers to reduce labor costs and building costs, but then providing these families with a home that they can really feel is theirs. Our club is comprised of over 100 active members. A lot of those members get more involved by going on spring break trips, but then also decide to build locally in the future after experiences with our organization. Our office is a wonderful resource to us here. We have so many supplies for our fundraisers and our events and things that we try to do to help us be able to sponsor and participate with Habitat for Humanity here. And so we use our office as a storage space and a meeting space. It's a place where we can meet to collaborate, to meet as a board and make decisions and discussions to benefit our club and to help impact the community.
The student union is where we kind of hope the students consider it to be kind of their living room. Their space where they can come and relax and either study or they can find something to do. So that's kind of what the hub is for Penn State, the place where they can come and get connected and either find time to spend with their friends eating lunch, or this is where we provide space for groups to do programming or meetings. That's the general idea of a student union for a college or university, that place where students can come and get connected.
If the hub wasn't here, I think a lot of clubs would be pretty lost, because all the clubs I know, their offices are here, and it's just a great student relaxation center. It's not like you're going to a building, you have to feel like you have to be quiet for class or something. It's just upstairs it's quiet, you can concentrate and do work, and downstairs it's fun. You can watch TV or go eat, and a lot of times at late night there's a lot of fun stuff to do and free activities and movies they play.
I think that over the last couple of years the hub has really expanded even more when it comes to the activity that's going on around here.
Wow, I still can't believe that there are over 800 clubs here and located in the hub. I mean, from clubs like the Robotics Club to the Student Government Association, the possibilities for Penn State students are just endless.
I agree. I just was shocked, because there's something for everybody. If you're interested in robotics, or if you're interested in, I think there was a helicopter club, judo, whatever you want to do, there's something for any student, and which is actually pretty awesome if you consider that it's a school of 40,000 people. I thought that I was gonna, maybe be lost as a freshman and not know where I wanted to be, but there's a niche for everybody.
It's amazing that all of that happens here in the hub. The second and third floors are just a completely different environment from the ground and first floor. It's still fun, you're still hanging out, but you can be productive and you can get work done with all the club activities up there. It's just another example of all the great things the hub has to offer.
The hub is the student union, which most people associate with the big screen TVs and the fish tanks and the eating areas on the first and ground floors. But to a lot of student organizations, it's the home of our offices. In addition to the big staircase, there are side staircases to take you up to a different world.
The second floor of the hub hosts Penn State's largest student organizations, such as the Greek Councils, Homecoming, and Thon, where you can meet Caitlin Zanikowski, the 2010 Thon overall.
The Thon office is 210 HUB. We actually just recently expanded our office because of the amount of people involved in Thon. We are the largest student organization. I'm the CEO, the CFO, the COO, the protector of Thon.
I'm the executive director for Homecoming 2010. Being a student leader in the hub is great because you're amongst student leaders all the time. So it kind of really just helps because you spend a lot of hours up here, and it's kind of nice when other people are doing the same thing, all for the good of Penn State and your organization.
I'm the vice president for communications for the Panhellenic Council. The Panhellenic Council is the executive board that oversees all of the sororities on campus.
I'm the president of the Interfraternity Council. I overlook an executive board of 10 total members and 49 chapters, which is actually the largest interfraternity council in the nation.
When I was a freshman, I had absolutely no idea what the second and third floors of the hub were.
I think it's important for the younger students to know that there are a lot of valuable resources up on the second and third floor of the hub, and if they are looking to be able to interact with the higher ranking leaders of their own organizations and organizations that they're looking to get involved in, it would be great to come up and meet us and learn a little bit more about what we do.
The third floor of the hub is home to the University Park Undergraduate Association and to the 2008 to 2010 Student Body President Gavin Kierans.
Student leader at Penn State means that you're really involved and you're really passionate about some cause or some issue. The second and third floor of the hub is really representative of a large portion of the student body. You have all the Greek life offices in here, you have Thon, you have the student government, and there's a host of other organizations.
The second floor hub is alive and also full of student leaders and organizations that are really making a difference at Penn State.
One of these students is the newly appointed 2011 Thon overall Kirsten Kelly.
The Thon office is always hopping. It's great for us to have this spot for people to know that we'll be here.
Also joining the ranks of a Penn State leader is the newly elected student body president, Christian Ragland.
Now that I'm president, I'm excited to get students excited about their student government. If you want to engage students, student organizations, student leaders, you're going to find them in the Hub.
At a given week, I spend at least 30 hours in the Hub.
Throughout the year, I was probably in here by 8 or 9 a.m. and didn't leave until close to midnight.
The weekends, definitely I'm always there. People kind of find that bizarre, that, you know, while everybody's out partying and stuff like that, I'm in the office.
So I spend a lot of time eating up here. I do a lot of homework in between when I get a chance.
I have my parking space here, so I'm here quite a lot, and it's kind of like a second home since I've been here.
I'd say that there's definitely a sense of community among all of the student leaders.
Everyone up here is having a good time. We all try and be very friendly to each other and meet everyone, have a good working relationship.
You know, we're around each other so much, you get to know them and enjoy being in each other's companies.
I think a lot of students don't know that the second and third floor exist, but for those who do know it exists, it becomes part of our Penn State experience.
The mission of the galleries is to bring diverse and contemporary exhibitions done by students, emerging and professional artists to the university for our students and the community to appreciate. It's about educating the students beyond the classroom and where they live and where they lounge and where they go to the health center in various areas, they can experience the art. It's fortunate that we have this sort of space in a student union building.
So guys, as you know, there's always lots of activity going on at the Hub. You know, even as we speak right now, there's a blood drive, there's stuff going on for homecoming already for 2010, and we have Penn State Idol downstairs. So.
Yeah, and even, you know, out on the Hub lawn, the weather's nice outside. We've had so many concerts. Last Stop, Moving On, artists like Fabulous, Mayday Parade, State Radio, and I even heard that Russell Brand was spotted outside yesterday.
You know, me and Greg went out and shot Moving On this past weekend, and it was such an amazing sight. The weather wasn't too great, but, you know, we had a lot of people that came out there and, you know, had a good time.
Yeah, it was really interesting to film. I mean, it may have been a bit cold, but filming Les and Jake and all that was amazing. And I mean, filming this entire piece, it was actually difficult trying to get all the things going on, so it was great. It was a good time.
Students can always find something to do at the Hub. From studying for exams, putting a show on for fellow classmates, painting a pot, or just playing some video games. There's always something to do at the Hub. On Friday afternoons, students can catch live musical performances courtesy of the Student Programming Association. Zach Krager is a member of the group and the chairman of the Noontime Concert Series.
I'm part of the Student Programming Association, or other words, SPA, and we're a student group on campus that helps provide educational and extracurricular activities, programming, entertainment for students around campus. Every student, when you get here on campus, you pay a student activity fee, and a certain amount of that money comes to a group like SPA to put on programming for students.
Along with musical acts, SPA also brings a variety of performances such as live theater, their Distinguished Speaker Series, and the April Fool's Month of Comedy.
They gotta be funny. I'm talking about Comedy Month. And if they're like musicians, we gotta all agree that they're good musicians or something that people will wanna come see. So we're gonna try to hit all genders, races, try to get everyone in on this. Our events are here. Simple, plain and simple. We do our advertisements here. We put up posters, and we hold our events here, and people enjoy them.
There's always some type of program that will interest a student, you know, whether it be a concert or a comedian or a speaker, a motivational speaker, anything like that. You know, there's at least one thing every year that someone will enjoy, hopefully more than that.
While there are many things going on inside, the Hub Lawn also hosts plenty of activities. From students studying and relaxing to one of the biggest live events at Penn State. Moving On is an annual music festival that takes place at the end of the year and serves as a final goodbye for graduating seniors.
This year's festival, we had 12 acts come and play. We had 5 student bands that reached the event via a Battle of the Bands contest about 2 months ago. Other than that, we had seven professional bands that came in. Our overall budget was, allowed us to bring in the 7. We culminated the night with May Day Parade and Less Than Jake, which was phenomenal. They put on a great show. Also throughout the day, we had several activities going on, eating contests, trivia contests, all sorts of things. We had meet and greets with the band so the students can come out and meet their favorite bands. There's just a ton of things going on. It's really a festival-like atmosphere, and it's great for the students to be able to come out, 2 weeks before finals and kind of relieve some stress and enjoy themselves.
No matter what time of day, no matter what day of the week, the Hub will always host a variety of different events, and students will always go there to see them.
Place to hang out, chill, grab yourself a Sbarro slice, relax, and either talk with friends, chop it up, or do some studying.
It's a great place to be between classes. Anytime you have free time, the Hub's just a great place to go.
It just seems like all of the significant things that happen at Penn State are based out of the Hub, and that really makes it an important building.
We had a lot of fun making this piece. I mean, filming that concert was unbelievable. I mean, it may have been a bit cold, but it was totally worth it. It was a great time.
And you know what, Greg? I really think having all these events here adds to the experience of being a Penn State student, and it's just the opportunities are endless here, and it's really, really great to have all these events.
I think if we're not careful as Penn State students, we might take a facility like this for granted. I know that I went to another school for the first 2 years of my college life, and we had nothing like this. And it just blew my mind to see how busy this place is, to see everyone working together, and how many things are going on at one time in one building. If you would like to learn more about Penn State and the Hub, go to psu.edu or just come down here and visit for yourself.
And while you're here, you never know just what you'll find. Thanks for joining us for this special episode of We Are the Millennials.